Good morning.
I just love us.
I know.
Oh shoot, it's showtime.
I was like, oh shoot, I ain't got no lip gloss on.
One day when we have enough time, we should just go back and just snippet all the little bloopers that we
Okay.
have.
You know what? I don't know if we record those actually, but I do have snippets of some highlight stuff that we probably would want to look at.
Hey everyone!
Good
Hey
morning. Good
everyone! Good
morning.
morning. Okay, so we are here. This is our season finale, the last episode of season one. It just snuck up on me. She's the detailed one, so she's been knowing the dates and all this the whole time. And then on Monday, she's like, "This is the last week of the season." I was like, "Oh, oh, all right. I guess this is what we're doing."
Hey, it's like who's on first? Who's on first?
Huh? What?
I know, like who's on first, huh? Huh?
So today we're just chatting. We're gonna recap the season. We're gonna talk about whatever it is that we talk about, maybe highs, lows, how it feels coming up to an end of something. We don't have an agenda. We're just here. Ingrid prepared something. I don't know. I don't know
You know
nothing.
what? No, I
I'm just
figured. You know what? I figured that we would just talk. I'm gonna if you guys are watching us and you have not came on the show, I know I have this delay in this whole thing here. We shut some of this stuff down. But if you have not um come on the show with us and you have not participated or you keep seeing the link, this is your opportunity. Come on and hang out with us. Let us know what your favorite part of the show was. We would love to hear that. But we're going to have something special for you on Monday, actually, which we hope you enjoy. It'll kind of be a snippet of some of the highlights of what we have been doing, and we just want to just share some of the stuff with you as far as what was some of the fun moments when we recap or we look back. For me, some of the things that were a joy to do, you guys, every time we of course talked about something very personal or things like that, that was enjoyable to me, because it gave me an opportunity to be a little bit more transparent with all of you. So that was fun. That was enjoyable. But you guys missed out because after that we would have these after talks, and it's her fault. It's her fault that y'all never saw them because I told her we should record them. But it's her fault, so I'm gonna blame
she
her.
told us we should record them like 2 weeks ago.
That's the,
So
but
yes, we should have recorded them even from that day.
yeah,
But we met. I mean, it goes down in the after chat. Let me tell
yeah.
you. And oftentimes they're serious conversations, just
Hmm.
real down to the nitty gritty stuff that people need to hear.
Yes.
Conversations, and even our personal lives that we were sharing with each other. It just our friendship developed. A lot of our friendship got deeper in that space, and just also just understanding like how real life is. So yeah, it went down in the after chats.
It went down in the after chat.
I think
It
some of
went
our things.
down in the A. It went down in the ACs, y'all. Not in the DMs, but in the ACs.
No, seriously. And so, I mean, for me, it was a great experience. I mean, for many of you that don't know, this started off as a challenge from my sister friend. We were in leadership training, and everyone has been telling me like, Dom, you need to go live. You need to create more content, video content, reels. You need a podcast. Just, I mean, people just were feeding into me of things that I needed to do that had to do with video and using my voice instead of just my writing, my writing skills to convey messages. So sis was like, "You're going live tomorrow." I'm like, "Huh?" And this was Friday, you guys, like Friday afternoon. I'm like, "No, I'm not. I have a vet tomorrow," so I made about excuses that were legit. And I was like, "Okay, I'll go live on Monday." And she's like, "Matter of fact, I'll do it with you." And so I was like, "Yay!" I got, I got support. And so we went live every day for 15 minutes for a few weeks, 3 weeks, I think,
It was a 4 week pilot. It was a 4 week
4 weeks.
pilot. Mm-hmm.
And and what developed out of that was BLT. I mean, we went right into it. Like even with the
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes, we're like, okay, well at least we need to have a structure and
Right.
so
Yep.
Ingrid created the video. We got a logo done. We got on the back end. Ingrid was using a lot of what she was learning in and training in coaching
Yeah.
and using it as her practice. And so a lot of things were going on in the back end that you guys didn't get to see. And so what developed, it was a full show. And so I'm be grateful. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. For me, this is really out of my box, you guys. Like, you have no idea how much out of the box this was. I'm like, I mean, when people ask me to do an interview, I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, you don't know how much anxiety I have when it's time to like go do an interview. Like, what am I supposed to say? And it's a big deal. Like, I'm in my head. It was a big deal
Mm-hmm.
for years. And
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes I would turn down opportunities because I didn't want to be on video. I'm like, how am I
Right.
going to do it? I don't got no makeup on. Like, they're not doing the little stuff that they do on other people, cutting up the stuff. I mean, I would think about all this stuff. Like, I don't wear makeup, really.
Mm-hmm.
Not going on video. And so I'm just so grateful because if she wouldn't have pushed me to that, we wouldn't be here. And even though I've known that I need to do podcasts and it was in my future,
Mm-hmm.
one day I'm going to do that, it gave me the courage, the strength to, now I'm doing videos all the time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
creating
Yeah.
reels all the time. So it started something. It started the beginning of me creating video content. And so there's no telling where that's going to take me. So that's, Sissy, I'm so grateful, so grateful
Oh yeah.
for
This
you pushing.
this has been such a joy. It has been so much fun. Um, like I said, like she said, it started out as a challenge. We and the from the podcast, well, we didn't expect the response though. I mean, I would say I didn't expect the response that that we got from even our little old 15 minutes, of people saying we want more, right? And so I told her, I was like, well, we need to give them, if they asking for more, maybe we should give them some more. And it became a full-fledged, show. But and then going from taking the skills that I was learning and Mentor Me Live and the coaching that I'm still paying for, that I still do. But it's a year and a half of intense business coaching. But even taking all of those things and being able to utilize them behind the scenes, to get us on more platforms. Like, we were always only streaming on Facebook, and then we moved over into YouTube, which increased the viewership because people were able to watch it more, increase the views of the videos. So because that those of you that are not on, of course, not on Facebook, or just on Instagram or whatever, friends were able to share links to be able to watch us on another platform. So that was helpful, to be able to look at those analytics and get that information on the back end. Um, so I have enjoyed the whole thing. I have actually enjoyed, because I'm a background person. So I'm the person that usually stays in the back. I am a business consultant, as you know, but even with the retail stuff and that my passion for retail and things that I do, I'm still in the background. So not so much in the forefront. You don't see me too much out, doing those type of things. I'm not throwing on a whole bunch of clothes and or makeup or whatever to do those things, because I'm busy handling business in the background, right? And supporting my clients and working my full-time job and all of that, because I do travel for work as well. So With that, this gave me though the opportunity for me to get to know you guys and for you guys to get to know me, and that was important for me as a controlling analyzer, so that because for me connection is not that it doesn't come second nature. That's the reason why, of course, I'm not a personal development counselor or anything like that. You'll get little tidbits of stuff from me, but that's not my field of expertise. Just because I'm not a person, I definitely have to drop into and be conscious of, I want to make this connection. I want to connect with this person. I want to connect with you all. um and so this gave me the opportunity to be probably way more transparent than I have been.
It says a couple of times you're like, "Ooh, I didn't know we were getting that deep."
I know, yeah, yeah. It was like, woo, that was serious.
And so I mean I would just say like the content itself, like not going into this without a plan, right? We didn't have a business plan or just a full plan. Going into this and just really being our authentic selves, right? We had an opportunity for people to see us outside of Facebook and writing and just a picture. And oftentimes people want to know who you are. Are you really the person that you say you are or that you're showing yourself to be on these social media platforms? And
Mhm.
I think this, not think, I know that this was a great way for people to connect, like you said, with the real Dom and the real Ingrid.
Mhm.
And the content. I mean, the content was so rich
Mhm.
without us having a like, okay, a full fledged. I mean, we would talk about, okay, what are we talking about tomorrow? And then it got to the
Mhm.
point where we like the day before, like, all right, so what are we talking about? It just became that it just flowed for us, right? And then sometimes we'd be like, I don't know, and then we'll just figure something out, and we would have a real connected conversation, not only with our audience, with each other,
Right.
with each other.
But you know what? Let me preface that by saying, you guys, when she says that we didn't know we were going to talk about stuff like that, let me say this: we didn't have a business plan, but we had a plan. And what I mean by that is, we did have, like, in the background, we had a list of topics that we could
We
pick,
created.
and yeah, that we created, that we could pick or choose from. But sometimes, it's, you look at the list and it's like, okay,
I'm not feeling
does
that right now.
our audience, yeah, is that applicable to what's happening right now? Is that the direction that we want to go? So if that wasn't the direction that we saw that we wanted to go at that time, we would pivot and do something different based off of maybe conversations that we had with people, what you guys would say in the comments, things like that. So we may adjust and pivot, even if we were having a guest. What did you guys think about the guest? Because that was something that we had added that we didn't have during the pilot. um I love the fact that we had guests. We had guests on Wednesday, and that was enjoyable. You guys got some to hear somebody else talk about the same things that we were talking about. Right? So, but you got to hear it from someone else, and so that was actually enjoyable too, and also took the pressure off of us too. Because when we had a guest, we was like, "Oh, okay, we good." You know,
Right.
we we ain't gotta.
That
We just gotta be. They got to. They holding the show. We good. So that was definitely fun. I liked all of the guests that we had on our show, and it's so funny because now we have people asking us, can we be on? Can we come on you guys show? Can we do this? And local people, of course, those that are, we're based in Sacramento, California, so those that are in Northern California ask them, can they come on the show? They feel they can add value and stuff, and I believe that that's true. That everyone that has a voice, even you all, that's why we invite you to come on and share the platform with us, because we do believe that everybody has a voice. Everyone has something that they should get out, because you never know who your voice or your words, who they will touch and who they will impact.
that is so true, sis. I mean, we talk about we all speak the same language
Mhm.
often on this show. but you never know if your voice and what you have to say at that moment is going to be the voice that somebody else needs to shift or give them an aha moment. So you could
Mm-hmm.
hear the same thing 1,000 times, and that next time you hear it, you're like, that's it. That's it. And that person that said it gets the credit because they're the ones that got you to feel or to move or to shake or to pivot or whatever it took.
Mm-hmm.
So don't ever think that your voice isn't valuable, and that if someone already said it before, that you don't need to say it. Keep saying the same thing
Mm-hmm.
over and over
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm watching coaches on YouTube, sometimes I watch like 3 or 4 of the same show, like
Mm-hmm.
back to back, and they say that they repeat the same story over and over and over again. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you just said that, but that's because I'm watching it back to back, right? But it could have been a show from a month ago, or from 2 weeks ago, or last year, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to watch them back to back, but they're repeating
Mm-hmm.
the same information over and over again. So,
Right.
what do you guys think about the content? What did you guys let us know in the comments? And if you watch the replay later, what did you think about the content? How did you find value
Mm-hmm.
in what we were doing, the topics that we had? Did you enjoy it? Like, what did you enjoy? Some of my favorite moments is just laughing, right? Coming on the show, me and Ingrid.
You guys have no idea what would happen behind the scenes when we would be coming on this show. Um, and that would make us laugh. I mean, it has
Listen, we're
been
getting
so,
dressed, we're pulling pants up,
yes,
putting wigs on, putting our earrings on, spilling coffee, like all type of stuff was going on. And this is like seconds, right?
right.
Right. And
Wait,
sometimes the video would come on, we're like, oh.
you know what was some of the stuff that would be hilariously funny was that, but when we would sit down and then we would get to each other and then we got the because our intro video we had that down pat. We had 28 extra seconds that we were not on the show. And we would take that time, like I would run to the bathroom, or Dom was, I'm gonna go get my coffee. So she run to go get her coffee, I'd go get my water, whatever it was. It was hilarious. We would say we got 28 seconds, but of course we had to sit in front for a second
And
because
then we're
somebody
like,
got to push
come
the
back on,
button.
like,
Yeah, that's the reason why we would be laughing. We can see each other, so you guys see this view, right? But we can see each other because of the platform that we're on. We can see each other down in the corner, so we can see when we're not up here on the line in the corner. We can see what's going on, and so a lot of times it was hilarious. You guys would be surprised. It would definitely be funny. the shenanigans, the shenanigans. You know, there has been many a pajama bottom time
or no bottom.
or no bottom.
Oh shoot, let me put this shirt on real quick. All right, y'all, we going live.
Oh my gosh. That was hilarious. That I will admit. That was funny. That was so funny. Um
Yeah.
yeah, that we couldn't do anything but laugh. I remember one time that she said, I think I woke up super late. I did not go to bed, you guys, until was it 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
And I way overslept. And so I jumped, I mean, literally, I jumped up and threw on my shirt, threw on some lip gloss or what have you. But I didn't have on any bottoms. And Dom was like, and I slid in the chair and she said, girl, don't stand up. Stand up. I was like, oh my gosh.
But listen, after the show, she's like, hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. So she getting down. I'm like, oh.
Look, like you get to see all look. Cause she remember you guys, she can still see me. Y'all can't see me.
And we're best friends, so we do best friend stuff.
Y'all know how we do as women, but best friend. Y'all, okay, guys, we know y'all don't do that, but we be doing all kind of stuff. Girl, come out with your underwear. Girl, how this look? All kind of stuff, right? So but it's too funny. It has been such a joy as we have expanded. We started out with just I think just streaming on, not even at first on all the platforms. I think it was just maybe one, and not the platforms, but I mean the actual pages.
Yeah, we were
And
streaming from Asus, I think, and then my
I think
person.
it was Hey Sis. Yeah, we were
Mhm.
streaming from Hey Sis, and that was the only one that we were doing. And I think when we went into, I wasn't sure if when we went into the season or what, but we decided to expand it to all of our platforms. Then Miss Dawn Michelle was born, because Miss Dom Michelle was not there, but Miss Dom needed her own identity, because Hey Sis is what she does, not who she is. So she needed her own identity, and now people know Miss Dom Michelle. Those that are not familiar with Hey Sis, um, as an entity, in itself, know though Miss Dom Michelle.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that
you
was
guys got the personal development coach out of me. Some of you guys didn't even know that I even did any type of coaching, counseling,
Mhm.
motivational outside of me writing. So you
Right.
guys got an opportunity to see, like, okay, I do work outside of Sisters Inspiring Sisters. Now out of this I created a whole curriculum out of just what I've learned and what I've researched and who I became. I teach from who I became and who I am now and who I am striving to be. So as I'm walking and me and Ingrid are learning these things, like I'm talking about them a little bit more than her because I'm personal development focused, but we're walking out and teaching what we're learning. And so I am what I say I am, and then I'm giving it to all of you. And that's the power of coaching, whether it's business coaching, whatever coaching you do, you repeat what you're an expert in, what you are great at. You guys are all great at something. Everyone is
Right.
great at something. You can develop your own book, ebook, platform, downloadable, whatever it is. If you're whatever it is that you do, you can create something out of your gifts.
Yeah.
And out of mine came a whole curriculum, a whole coaching, personal development curriculum. And now I have like all these topics and things that I can teach to other people, which I've already known. These are things that I've already known, and now I'm like, oh, now I can package it and present it to people. That's what came out of this.
Mhm.
That's what came out of this. And I feel confident enough to do it. So
Mhm.
I'm going to be doing lives all the time, webinars, Zooms. I might hop on and do a segment. Ingrid will probably do segments. I mean, there's no telling. When we say the possibilities are endless, and
Mhm.
now this platform has opened up new opportunities for us.
Mhm.
You know how much content we have? Do you know how much content we have? If we go back to all of our videos and break them down, and this is advice for all of you too. You have content already.
Yep.
So we can use all of our videos, break them down, and use them as content for our businesses.
Mhm.
That
Exactly.
was my business tip for you, tidbit for you, Ingrid. I'm giving it to you. um, no, Chris after the show, I had asked him a couple questions, and he's like, "You don't need to create new content. You have
Yep.
a lot of content already. Use the content
Mhm.
you already have." We're talking about for Instagram and TikTok and things. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
okay. And now this is what's is opening up new opportunities for me to be on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Right.
And he showed me how to grow followers based on what we did on this show.
Mhm.
How to grow my platform and my business based on the content that we have from the show. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. And that's how you take the coaching. Take it. He gave me four
Yep.
sentences. Four sentences, y'all. And to me it was so valuable. Just those four sentences, those four what we call tidbits were
Mhm.
so valuable that they could absolutely change my life. Financial life, personal life, my
Right.
social media life. And so if I think back to all the success that came from these last few months, they're priceless. They're
Yeah.
priceless. And then me and my sister friend got to get closer.
Yeah. This has been an absolute joy. This has, as far as direction wise goes, in whatever it was that I had decided to do to be able to share this. The Ingy Pink Network has always been around, but the fact that I was able to readjust some other things that I'm passionate about to actually trademark Ingy Pink, and to move forward with putting everything that I do under a holding company. I would have never thought that kind of things would make a difference, because we have so many different interests. You have different things that you do, things that you love, things that you're passionate about, all of that, right? It's always about being the best version of yourself in everything that you do. And so to start out as saying, okay, because when we started out, you guys, I always been an executive assistant, always been an executive administrator, but just trying to figure out what I came on here to support my best friend, you know. So
And now look
how am I gonna use this? What, because she kept saying, what do you want out of this? And I was like, I'm just supporting you. I mean, what I want out of this, I'm just supporting you.
so let
But
me tell you, before she finishes, who she became since this show. A whole different woman. She found her leadership, her voice. She already had a voice, but a more powerful, outgoing, bold voice. She became more vulnerable. I can talk about things when I feel like talking about things, and I don't have to be afraid. I can show my feelings to people. I mean, like just a whole array of changes that I've seen as her friend from this show, and to hear her say, "I'm a leader too. I'm a leader too. This is our show. This is not your show." I mean, she didn't say that in words. She didn't say, but she said, "I'm a leader too, and I'm going to stand in my leadership." And I'm just like, yes, because this is what it's all about. Is really finding who you are in all things that you do. And
Right.
so, great things are going to come from this. So many
Oh yeah,
so proud of you.
this has been the best experience, you guys. And I would say for anyone, if you get a challenge, go outside of the box. Go outside of what you would normally do. Go outside of who you are as a person. I mean, sometimes we came on here and things were not perfect. They weren't perfect in our lives. They weren't perfect in in just how we were feeling that day, that morning, whatever. But still holding on to the commitment to say, we agreed to this, and so we're going to do it. One of the wonderful things about that was the fact that once the camera came on and we were live, you guys did not know anything that was going on, because we stayed present in the moment. We stayed present in this moment, vibing off of each other's energy or lifting each other up sometimes, depending on how we were coming, right? With the energy. But it was really who we were. We gave you who we are authentically. Even if behind the scenes we were still trying to figure out if that was real or not. But on this camera, I mean, it spoke for itself. The interactions that you all had with us in the comments after the show, when we would do events or stuff like that, the interaction that you would have, and the fact of how much value you said that BLT was for you, how much value you gave it, how much you found what we said valuable in your life, gave it value as a whole. And it kept us, I mean, in some moments it kept us going, because you don't know. I will tell you, you guys don't know how hard it is sometimes. I do admire those people that do this for a living. I have a newfound admiration for people that do this as an actual living, and this is all that they do. Okay. I'm like, wow.
There, before we log off, I was just gonna it's funny your comment just popped up, because I was just gonna mention Monday morning, when we were at Motivational Mondays, Daryl said, "I want you to let Ingrid know that you too have motivated me to become a better person, and I have some things going on behind the scenes because of YouTube. And she's like, I'm gonna let you know later when it happens, but I just wanted to thank you. And so, Ingrid, I just wanted to extend that to you right now, especially because she's online, that
Hi,
she
Daryl.
found
Thank you.
value of us, both of us, every
Mhm.
morning. She's like, you too. That's what she kept saying. You too.
You know what? And to piggyback on that, my aunt's on here, Pam, my aunt is an Angel, Miss Henderson. She actually she fully launched her business. Fully launched her business because and she said we were a huge catalyst for that. Huge. And she's of course now one of my clients. But
Listen.
when I tell you, and let me tell you, she works at night. And so when she listens to us while she is wrapping up her workday every single morning, and she will recap some of the stuff we done said and said, it motivated her. So, I don't know whatever the future is going to hold. We're going to have something special for you guys on Monday. Did you have anything, sis, you wanted to wrap this up? I know we went over time a little bit.
I mean, it's okay. It's a recap. The last
Oh.
thing is that you can find us. I mean, if we're not doing this show, I mean, this is in end of season one. We don't know what the future of BLT is at this moment. Right now, we're saying this is the end of season one, and we're saying that we're unsure of what we're going to do. And so you can find us. Like, I mean, Ingrid does a lot of business consulting, and I do personal development trainings, and so we're available. And the content and the information is still going to be. We're going to still be accessible. So look out for what's coming next.
You guys can look for us. Make sure you look for Miss Dawn Michelle on her Facebook page, Miss Dawn Michelle. Look out for her on any other social media platforms under Miss Dawn Michelle, but also look out for Hey Sis. I'm sorry, Sisters Inspiring Sisters. And our call tag is Hey Sis.
Hey,
So,
sis.
so definitely look out for that. I am in Ingy Pink, the Ingy Pink Network. I am Ingy Pink or the Ingy Pink Network on all platforms. Ingy Pink is everywhere. So if you're looking for me, definitely look for that. And of course, my name, I do use my real name, you guys, Ingrid Pinkett. So, and I will be putting out some things. I have some little business. I have a segment of business bits that's going to be coming up. So I want you guys to pay attention and look out for that. There's some business bits that you are going to be seeing from me as a series. So please look out for that. We want to thank you guys so much. We appreciate all of the love that you guys have shown us all of this time, right? We could not have done any of this without you. And thank you so much. Like she said, we don't know what the future of Business Love and Tidbits are going to be. This we had said in the beginning that we were going to have some time off, so a couple of weeks in between seasons. If that is the possibility, we're not, like I said, we're not sure yet what the future holds. But if you miss us and you're looking for us, of course, Facebook, YouTube, and both of our platforms are available to you. Also, you guys, tomorrow, Sisters Inspiring Sisters has an event. So
yeah.
we have an event. We will be at 1901 Alhambra. Am I saying that right? 1901 Alhambra. If you are in Sacramento, please come out and see us. Come out and share with us. Come out and have fun with us. But yes, we have an event tomorrow. So if you want more of Miss Dawn Michelle, she will be there. And we will see you in the future. Have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day, weekend. Stay positive, stay motivated, and know that you can always, nothing is too big, and always explore the possibilities. Thank you for being here with us on Business Love and Tidbits.
Goodbye.